Hi everyone! Top of the morning to ya! Happy St. Patrick's Day! Hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon. Hello, 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 hello. Clefable. Ivana, thank you so much for the 28-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy green, happy green. My camera doesn't really show it, but this is a green shirt. This shirt is indeed green. And my shoes are even greener that I'll be wearing later when I go to your apartment for shamrock shakes. We're gonna make shamrock shakes. I love shamrock shakes. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Ivana, thank you again. 28-month resub. Max Fight, thank you so much for the 7 months. Hello, Hannah. Jargon, like your pick influencer. I love it. I love that goddamn song. I listened to it on loop. I gave them about 57 streams at the gym on Friday. It was great. Gayvids.com, hello, hello. Damien, Ivana, how you doing? Marble Sky, Stegsy, Huntober, Clefable. Hello, hello, hello. Incubus, Dinah Poppers, Fishman, Sammy, hi Lauren. So thankful for the stream. My phone battery was about to deplete from my Twitter scrolling. I've been real bad with my scrolling lately too. Doom scrolling. As well as just, I'm rotting my brain scrolling. It's so bad. I go through Instagram stories of people I don't give a fuck about that I haven't spoken to in years or have never even really like interacted with. I just am like constantly like, yeah, well, I just need the sensation of tapping through stuff. It's so bad. It's not good. Incubus, thank you so much for the 56 months. Hello, Mel. Hello, hello. PK Madrigal. Yeah, fuck Caillou. We hate him. Been lurking. That's alright. That's alright, I get it. Hello, Max. Hello, Ferris Bear. How's it going, everybody? I haven't streamed in like 2 days. Sorry about that. Did not feel very well emotionally on Friday. And then yesterday I was just fatigued from feeling sad on Friday. Not gonna lie. But I was feeling better yesterday. We went to Santa Monica for Pokemon Go Community Day. I got like 22 shiny Litten. So that's good. Then we came home. I took a nap. And then Dallas and I just watched Avatar on the couch. And then I played Fortnite. So that was my day yesterday. But yeah, I was not doing very well on Friday. But I really appreciate everybody being so sweet to me. I tweeted, compliments, please! And I got a bunch, and it was very sweet, and it made me feel a lot better. I, talked about some stuff with some friends that were, some things that were bothering me, so that was good. And I just feel a lot better today. I was not sure what I wanted to stream today. I do think I'm going to make a schedule this week. We did get a Victory Royale. Not last night, but on Friday night, I think. I think so. I can't remember which night it was. Dallas was playing, so I think it was Friday. But yeah, I wasn't sure what I wanted to stream today. Who was the team? Me, Hannah. No, me, David, Dallas, and Michael? It was either Michael or Hannah. I think it might have been Michael. Because then Dallas left and then Hannah joined, I think. So that was nice. Good comp. I'm going to pretend it was Hannah. Anyway, hi Danny. Hi North. Hello, hello. Yeah, you better be sorry. I've been going through withdrawal symptoms. JK, take care of your mental health first. If there's anyone I should apologize, it is to you. because I know you haven't been streaming much yourself and you need some sort of Twitch interaction. I have an art history degree from a night school. My cat just died. I've lost 25% control of my sphincter muscles. I get a clicking sound in my jaw when I eat. I drive a 91 Dodge Neon. I have ovarian cysts. Sometimes I pee the bed still. I have alopecia. The only man who wants to fuck me is my 48-year-old manager at Pizza Street. P.S. He only has one ball. So I guess better than you. Spaghetti Yam, tier 2 sub, 40 months. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi Jimmy, just want to let you know that watching you draw and do art on stream has encouraged me to really practice my own art and keep doing it. And I'm really enjoying it, so thank you for inspiring me. Thank you, first of all, for the resub on tier 2. Second, thank you for that. I am very flattered, and I hope that you've been enjoying drawing, because it's great. Drawing is so great. I think everyone should pick it up. I really want Dallas too, as a fun little hobby, because he's actually better than he gives himself credit for. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that you guys like to watch me draw, because I definitely draw a lot more when I'm streaming it. Just because it really pushes me to like stick with something. I tend to have trouble in life if like something is hard for me for longer than 15 minutes, I give up. So when something is hard for me when I'm streaming, I like am almost too ashamed to give up, and then I persevere, and then it ends up being good. So that helps me a lot. But yeah, anyway, thanks for stopping by today. We're gonna draw, and we're gonna love it. We're gonna love it, okay? What else is going on? Oh, so this week, Princess Peach Showtime comes out on Friday the 22nd, and I will be streaming that on Friday. I think my week should be pretty normal. I think I'm gonna be off on Wednesday, or maybe just like a really late night stream. I have some stuff I have to do on Wednesday that will be fun, but it will probably take a while, so I don't think I'll be streaming on Wednesday. Obviously tomorrow I'm editing, typical for me on Mondays. So if I do stream, it'll probably be like late on Tuesday, probably off Wednesday, then stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the plan. Also tonight at 7:30 I'm going to Hannah's apartment to have Shamrock Shakes. And I'm debating whether or not I want to have a spiked one, because I am editing tomorrow and I really don't want to have a hangover. But I am pretty good about chugging water when I drink, so I don't typically get hungover. So I'm not sure. I don't know how long we're going to stay, Hannah, just because Dallas, his allergies will probably freak out. And I'll probably just want to go back to my apartment and play Fortnite with you anyway. So... But, like, I at least want to hang out and have shake and yum and chit-chat. But, yeah, it'll still be fun. But, yeah. Okay, let's just draw. Let's get into it. So this was a drawing of Ghosty that I drew a couple weeks ago. Gayvids.com, thank you for the 26-month resub. Sorry I missed out on Compliment Jimmy Day, so let's talk about how pretty you are. Thank you! Oh my god, thank you. It's every day is Compliment Jimmy Day if you have the chutzpah to do it. So, thank you so much. Thank you. I drew this picture of Ghosty in winter wear, even though spring is sprung. Just because I was like, I don't know, I want to draw him in different outfits. I was just like fucking around while watching TV, trying to warm up to work on some other stuff. And I think I would like to draw him in an outfit for each season. I think that'd be kind of cute. It's like a spring outfit. He's got a little flower in his hair. A summer outfit. Sunglasses. Something like that. When's the Ghosty Easter alt? He's just painted like an egg. That's actually brilliant, Nanny, and I gotta think about doing that. Because he does look very egg-like. But yeah, so. Going back to the task at hand today. We're going to be working on this second version of characters that I hate. And last time I streamed this, we started with Dr. Quack. These are just the sketches for eventually drawing over, so they're a little rough. But we've got Dr. Quack from Webkins. He's a freak. I don't trust that guy. He's really scary. Then we have Caillou, every babysitter and parent of toddlers' mortal enemy. I didn't even like him as a kid. I had a Caillou plushie. And even then, I was like, I don't like this guy. But I played with it because it was a toy that I had. But I even as a child was like, this kid is such a whiny brat. Like, I did not like Caillou. So Caillou is here. And then we're getting into a little bit more niche hatred. This is my sketch for Peachette, who I actually had a lot of fun drawing. Because I'm basically just drawing Peach. But it's a version of Peach that I don't like. Fuck Peachette. This is the most, like, roundabout way of just giving us playable Peach in a Mario game. And it made it so you couldn't just play as Toadette without it being, like, baby mode, which pissed me off. And then also, like, what the fuck, though? Like, actually, though, like, what the fuck? Like, why is there a mushroom that just turns you into Peach? But specifically only turns, well, in the canon of the games. We've all been on Twitter. But it turns Toadette specifically and only Toadette into Peach. Like, what? Yeah, the ramifications to the universe that this brings about really shatter my brain in ways that I cannot comprehend. And it's so fucking annoying. And then, to add insult to injury, they put this bitch into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. As if we didn't already have... Like, we could have gotten Dixie Kong. We could have gotten so many different characters. But they gave us Peachette. And it just pissed me off. So Peachette is here. Peachette is here. And then, as I was drawing this, I was like... I feel like this is an iconic stream moment for me. Where were you during FidoGate 2023? The world needs to know. If you were not here for that stream, though, I went off about how much I hate the Pokemon Fido. And I was met with such vitriol and hatred and spite from pretty much every single person in this chat all at once. And it was so obnoxiously insane on both sides. And I just feel like I need to stick to my guns here. If it was that big of a deal for me to hate on it on stream, that I think it deserves to be here. I think this Pokemon is fucking nasty. Look at all the shit that he's collected on his adventure with you. And then you expect me to eat bread that was made with his yeast. I don't fucking think so. He's got dirt. He's got lint. He's got sticks in him. Do you feel the same about El Cremi? Yes! I do! Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I really do. I'm not the biggest fan of any food Pokemon, quite frankly. Except when there's a fun twist on it, like Sinistea. Like... Or, Vanillite is not actually ice cream. It's an icicle and, like, snow that just looks like ice cream, but it's not. But I just don't fucking like a lot of the food Pokemon they've been doing. And I don't feel like getting into it again. But I just feel like Fido is, like, trying too hard to be, like, a marketable plushie. And I was met with so many people deliberately trying to not understand what I said by that. And, like, you don't have to agree with me, but telling me that I'm, like, stupid or, like, insane for what I'm saying is ridiculous, considering we're talking about a dog made of dough. But I just don't fuck with this Pokemon. I think it's kind of nasty implications of, like, its anatomy. I just don't like it. I think it's gross. Thank you, Jean-Luc, for the 35 months. But anyway, so yeah, then we have that. And then we have 2 more spots that I haven't been working on just yet, because I drew these off stream just because I needed something to do. But the rest we're going to do on stream. So the next 2 on my list here. Originally, Gamma, thank you so much for the 48 months. And Fido doesn't fuck with you. I would hope not. So the next ones on my list are JJ the Jet Plane, which, as I have thought more about it, I don't actually think I hate him as much as I think he's scary. So I don't know if he's going to go on this list. And then we're going to have Teru Teru from Danganronpa 2, who I have been waiting to stream this, so that way somebody who has played Danganronpa or one of my mods can find me a spoiler-free reference picture of him, because I'm too afraid to look up anything, even from a Danganronpa game that I have played. You know? So Teru Teru will absolutely be going on here, but I'm not sure about JJ the Jet Plane, so... Because as much as I do hate him, it's mostly just because I think everyone on that show is ugly. So I'm like on the fence if I want to do that. So, but yeah, so I figured for now we'll just get started by like doing line art on the characters that I have sketched out. Caillou was shockingly hard to draw because his design is so simple. If that makes sense. Like, and also, like, no offense to the artist, but I really fucking hate how they draw faces. Like, why is Caillou... They could hate how I draw faces, too. Like, you better work. But, like... Like... I'm trying to... It's a WebP file. Also... Caillou, the legend wiki. What does that even mean? Caillou, loathsome character wiki in the same fucking thing. I fucking hate how tiny his eyes are. And the fact that his ear looks like a pimple. Like, it's so small. I hate how Caillou is drawn. I hate how everyone in this fucking franchise is drawn. It's so ugly. Like, his eyes are so little. It's just so scary to look at. And can you fucking believe that this is what they made a reboot of Caillou. And can you fucking believe that he looks like this? Can you fucking believe? I'm kidding. He does not look like that. I just saw that in the Google. This is what he actually looks like now, which is like still gross, but at least his ear is more defined now. They cocomeloned his ass. Yeah, the teeth are creepy. But yeah, I fucking hate Caillou. I hate him so much. So it was very hard for me to draw Caillou, shockingly, but I ended up doing it. Peachette, this serves. Like, this is the moment. I am obsessed with this drawing. It's gonna make me kind of like Peachette by the end of it, and you know what? That's okay. So yeah, let's, I guess honestly, let's start with Dr. Quack, because this is the one that's, like, the most finalized. I literally just have to trace it, pretty much. So let me get started with that. I have not drawn very much lately because I just had a really, really busy week, and I have some commissions that I'm backed up on. So if you are one of the people that has commissioned me and you are waiting on me, thank you so much for being so patient. I have just had a really kind of all over the place week, but I'm gonna do some commission work tonight. I'm kind of warming up for that with this today, and then as well as tomorrow before I have to edit in the evening. So yeah, it's that's literally Go Animate Caillou that somebody made. But there's so many like fake Caillou, all these kids shows that have really simple art styles that are really easy to make like puppet animations with. There are so many like fake videos pretending to be the real show on YouTube. Like, people do it for Peppa Pig notoriously, but Caillou is one of those. I actually don't hate Peppa Pig's art style. I think it's kind of fun looking. But yeah, Bluey is probably like peak children's programming. It's really beautiful to look at, and it's not like, I think Bluey appeals to a lot of adults, partially because it's cute, but also I think like the vibe of Bluey is very much, it's very similar to a lot of like 2000s children's shows where it's not like a sensory video. Like, there's like a storyline to each episode. The characters are not really like screaming. You know, I think there's definitely a very like pleasantness to Bluey that I think is so appealing to adults, who have children, because they're like, oh my god, finally something on the TV that isn't like destroying my eardrums while I'm watching my kids, you know. Also, we're getting to the point now where so many adults are into Bluey that, you know, if we haven't yet, we definitely are. If we haven't already, we definitely are on the verge of it. There's definitely going to be people that are like, Bluey's actually for adults. Like, kids watch it, but it's for adults. Like, you're insane if you think that. Like, you're insane. Bluey's a baby show. It's totally okay to watch Bluey, but like, let's not play around. Like, Bluey's for babies. It's a baby show. It's a preschool programming. But I think that Bluey will probably spark a trend with children's programming to like, because Bluey is kind of the anti-Cocomelon, anti-YouTube Kids, because it's so like it's so enjoyable to consume, even from like the other room while your kids are like watching TV on the couch or something like that. That I think that a lot of these like parents that have kids now are gonna pivot away from, like, especially I think as we learn the horrific effects of iPad babies, I think we're gonna see a pivot away from iPads as babysitters, and potentially see some more wholesome children's programming that's a lot easier to watch and like calm, because I think that there's definitely a desire for that from parents, from like the ones that I know that I've spoken to and stuff. I've seen people say it's a show that teaches parents how to interact with their kids. I think that's a great observation, because I can definitely see that. Yeah, Bluey's just great. Like, I really, it's such a good show. It's really wonderful. I've only seen a few episodes. I've seen like 6. Mostly when we're at a gathering with Dallas's niece. Usually Disney Plus will be on and Bluey's on the TV, but sometimes they just do Bluey marathons on YouTube, and Dallas and I have absolutely watched those before, when we just want something in the background, and it's cute. It's a very cute show. I've heard that they're changing Sesame Street quite a bit, and people are a little bit sad about it. On behalf of their children, not so much as adults. Damn, it's really... The first couple drawings, the first couple things that you're trying to draw in a new day of drawing can really fucking be hard to do. Oh my god, it's like I forgot how to draw. Why is his head shaped like that? You know what I mean? Like, why does it kind of look like a fucking bike seat? It's very odd. I thought about when I was thinking of Webkinz characters, I thought about Miss Birdie. Because as a kid, I used to watch so many videos on YouTube of like killing Miss Birdie, and it was just like somebody screenshotting Webkinz in MS Paint and then like scribbling on it with a red paintbrush. And like, or like, there were some of those like browser plugins that you can get that I never knew how to get. But like, you could have like a gun as your cursor, and when you click, it like shoots a bullet at the web page. Does anyone know what I'm talking about, or do I sound fucking insane, or both? Killing Miss Birdie Webkinz. I'm talking about this.
Birdie talking, so. Gurgity gur. Take that. This is Net Disaster. Feel like shooting a few nukes at her. Excuse me. You might have to do this. Nuker, baby, nuker!
This is from 2010. I was watching this shit in 2007, dude. But yeah, there's definitely a rumor that Dr. Quack was a killer and shit. Like, just kids running rampant with MS Paint and Windows Movie Maker. This is very normal. Hi, Alex. My family's first PC suffered when I learned how to customize everything and downloaded cursors. I was going through my mom's work computer once, and I found out that Windows XP, or maybe it was Windows 98, it was one of the old ones. They came with some custom mouse cursors, and one of them was a GIF of a banana peeling itself over and over and over. Banana peeling GIF mouse cursor. I wonder if I could find the exact one. But it was like it was just a mouse cursor, and it was just a GIF of banana. GIF of, I literally, why can't I say any of these sentences that are in my head? It was just a GIF of a banana peeling itself over and over and over again on loop. And my mom got so mad at me for changing it. She was like, what did you do? This is so annoying. This is my work computer. Meanwhile, as I was doing it, I was cackling to myself because I thought it was the funniest thing ever that this computer could like let me do that as my mouse. I really thought it was so funny. Hi, Squidly Diddly. Hello, Ashel. Me nuking my boss on Zoom. I miss when the internet was simple like that. I remember there were custom mouse cursors are definitely not something they try to get children to download onto their parents' computer for viruses anymore. Like, I feel like kids nowadays, they're not the ones that get the viruses on the computer. It's the adults opening phishing links from emails, typically. Although, there is quite a number of, like, Discord hack scams that have gone around in the past few years, but Yeah, nowadays they just know that they don't have to hack devices. They just have to make like a engaging enough app that children, yeah, just do in-app purchases on. That's really how they get kids nowadays to buy stuff. To get like people's money. But yeah, it's wild. I just remember so many, like, it was just a thing that, like, banner ads. I want to see if I could find like a custom mouse cursor banner ad from the 2000s, because there were ones that would just have like sprites from Pokemon and stuff to like really try to get kids to download them. Can't really find any on the top, on like the top page of Google. I remember, let me see, sonicgear.org. Is this website still up? It is, bro. Dude, this is the fucking, this website was my go-to. I would check this website every day. It's still up and looks exactly the way it did. Hello, Mando. Me as a child. The internet is a dangerous place. I must be very careful. Me now. No, don't check for malware. Just download this shit already. Literally, though. But yeah, this website, I used to check it every fucking day to just like browse. It's just an archive of Sonic the Hedgehog merchandise. It's a really cool website, and it still looks exactly the same as it did in the 2000s. And it's just like archival page after archival page. And it's so good. And they have pictures of like beta versions of toys. Prototypes is the real word. Let's see, Sonic Racers. Yeah. Some of these, there are some pictures on here that are mine, that I submitted. They may have updated them. No, these are my pictures. Supersonic 1497. These are my pictures. Ruby! No. She was drinking from the toilet. But yeah, I remember my figure broke trying to take it out of the plane, and I was just like, everyone needs to know that so this doesn't happen to them. Because they had terrible quality control. The Jazzwares figures were like revolutionary at the time for how on model they were and how like high quality sculpts they were and scale, but the quality control was like next to none. Like they would literally just go to the store and like half the ones on the shelf were broken in the package. It was really bad. But yeah, let me see if I can find, there's like a tab maybe for like bootleg. Bootleg guide. Yes. Oh my god. Literally look. Pimp your profile. And there's a purple Tails mouse cursor. And it's like, watch out, this will get you a virus. Look at these old ass bootleg toys. The blue shadow. Snappers. Feel the pops. I just remember I would spend hours and hours every day going through those posts. Those web pages. Alright. Back to Webkin's Dr. Quack. Now, if I were to... I think I want to do a draw 6 daddies, and you know I'm drawing Chris Redfield, but I also will absolutely be drawing Artie from the Curio Shop. Hope you find what you're looking for. I would love to have silly little cursor, but custom cursors are impossible for me to use. I forget what the hover indicator is, like for when something's clickable. Yeah, you could not catch me having a custom mouse cursor. Like, no, they're fun in theory, but no fucking way. I would change it after like 5 minutes. Also, hello, welcome to the stream, Tommy. What if you add Chicken Little Dad? Honestly, he should go on my list of fucked up guys. From my memory, he's a piece of shit. And I think he does learn the error of his ways at the end of the movie. But it's been so long that since I've seen it that I don't remember how it goes. It might be an Abuela situation where I'm like, I don't know if I accept your apology. However, he is a DILF. He is a DILF. Can a chicken be a daddy bear? Because he is that. I think so. Jack. Oh my god. Literally, Jack Fenton and Vlad Plasmius. I would watch that video. Oh, I would right click and save as MP4 so fucking fast. Bitch. This fucking square shaped man. I can't handle this. I can't believe at how much I fawned over this man. He is quite literally a refrigerator. It is so... This is actually crazy. Like, this is actually embarrassing. If you want to talk about himbos... Baby, how the fuck does this man have a science career? Oh my god. And then, baby. Both of them. Both forms of this man. I usually am not one for long hair, but something about this fucking douchebag really does it for me. It really does it for me. God damn. God damn. Woo. His peace sign. I know, so baby girl coded. Chris, thank you so much for the 47 months. Thank you. Why is his face shaped like a P? It's called art. It's called an art style. Thank you. I've seen too much art of both of them. That evil adult Danny from the future that, like, steals Vlad's ghost powers to make himself more powerful. I can't even get started on that. I need to get back to drawing. Not Vlad with a Higo, yeah. Alright. Dr. Quack. I gotta get him back on my Google for my reference. Okay, Dr. Quack, Dr. Quack. Dr. Quack becomes the mayor. Are you fucking serious? Politics are so corrupt. I had a thing for Grandpa Max. I never really was into Grandpa Max, but I understand it. But I was never really into Grandpa Max. Thank you for spilling me when somebody trauma dumps in their resub. And thank you for spilling. Oh, this is such a good season. Kudos for saying that, Mama. Thank you for spilling. I got so scared. I was going to hear Uncle Grandpa. Uncle Grandpa. Damn right. I love on the episode of Steven Universe that they crossed over with Uncle Grandpa, where Pearl is like, what? He's Greg's dad and brother? Like, they actually questioned it. It was really good. Ferris Bear, thank you for the 15 streams. I'm trying to think as we rewatch Last Airbender, any characters that I would want to put on like a hate list. The Boulder will absolutely be on the daddies. We just watched that episode. The Boulder feels conflicted about being on a list of gay daddies. Trust. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that this is probably an unpopular opinion. I fucking hate the secret tunnel guy. They're so annoying stupid to the point of being annoying and like a negative way. And I just found them so annoying to me. I was like, yes, Sokka, I feel your pain. That song was a big audio on TikTok during COVID. It was like big, like romanticize your life, like normie type post. Straight TikTok. I think that normie has just been turned into straight TikTok. Like they mean the exact same thing. I used Korean sunscreen for the first time yesterday, and let me tell you, I was gagged. Absolutely gagged at how easy that shit was to apply and how weightless it felt on my face, and how I didn't even need to like rub it in to turn it clear. It just turned clear. Greg, Steven's dad, is very hot. I understand that. I have a friend who has a big thing for Greg, and it's very funny to me, but I do not shame them for it because I get it. I did a TikTok where I talked about like my childhood crushes, and one of them was Adult Timmy Turner, voiced by Alec Baldwin from the Channel Chasers movie, and baby, I was chasing that channel. Let me tell you. I do not remember the brand name. I can go get it from the bathroom. It says roundlab.co.kr. I bought it from TikTok Shop because there was like a 50% off coupon that this dermatologist was selling. And I was like, okay, for 10 to 15 bucks, I don't remember how much it was, but it was no more than that. I was like, even if it's a scam, like that's not a amount of money that I'm like, that ruined my life. But yeah, that's not Korean. What do you mean it's not Korean? It says made in Korea and it says roundlab.co.kr. What do you mean it's not Korean? I love lying. Okay, I'm like, girl, I even recognize like the text. Like there's the cute little circles. That's how you know it's Korean. Because it has the cute little circles in the characters. You really had me like gagged for a second. I can't believe I trust you so often. Oh, jeez. This is what I get. This is what I get for just being so vulnerable and open. Alright, this guy's eyebrows, they're not so much Steven Universe eyebrows, they're more like literally like commas, like apostrophes. Why does he kind of look like Uncle Iroh? Do you see it? Like, there's no, like, actual, like, features that they share. But, like, for some reason, he gives Iroh vibes. Maybe just because he's old. He's just short and round, baby. Yeah, I guess that's true. I know that he's unfinished, but I love that he also looks like a Chow. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Oh my god. It's a long, long way to Ba Sing Se. We just got to, we watched an episode. We had wings today. I was like, fuck it. Dallas was like, I want wings for St. Patrick's Day. And I'm like, okay, so we got wings. And they were good. We got 30 wings. I feel like we split them pretty evenly. I might have had more. I was ravenous. Dallas was like, I've never seen your face so messy. I was like, I don't care. I like literally had like an orange beard. But we watched an episode of Avatar. We watch like an episode or two or more a day. Depends on what we have going on that day. But we're gonna watch the next episode on our playlist is The Drill, which is such a good episode. The Dragon's Pass or the Serpent's Pass episode is great too. I love that episode. Just because it has Suki in it. Any episode with Suki, I live. Dallas got spoiled. Dallas has never seen Korra, but he got spoiled because people have just been talking about Avatar on Twitter. And, like, I get it a little bit. Like, Korra came out a long time ago, so I feel like it's kind of, like, public fandom knowledge at this point. If you were real and watched Korra. And I won't go into specifics about what he got spoiled on because I know that Hannah has not seen Korra. And I'm sure there are other people. But he got spoiled on something pretty big from Book 2, and I'm really pissed about it. Are there any Avatar characters you wish got more screen time? Suki, honestly. She gets a lot of screen time in Book 3, which is nice towards the end. But I really loved Suki. And I wish she was in the show more. Azula in Korra, I don't think they even reference her more than like once offhand. I really wish that Azula was a part of Korra in some way. But I get it, it's Korra's story, like it's not Aang's group's story, even though half of them are in Korra. Like, I don't know. I just find Azula so interesting. She's just so evil. Yeah, I don't know. Joshua Torlini, thank you so much for the 1-year resub. Thank you. I remember being shocked that Zuko was only on the team for like less than half of one book the first time I watched it. Yeah. It's very wild because it does feel like Zuko's with them for all of book 3, but he's really not. He's with them for like the last like 7 episodes of the show. Zuko spends a lot more time by himself. Zuko spends more time banished from like as a traitor to the Fire Nation than he does like as a banished prince. Like I really thought he was like Team Rocket in book 1 and he's just in every episode and like, oh, he loses, blah 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 blah. No, like Zuko maybe showed up in like, I would say like half to maybe 70% of the episodes in book 1. At least like as a fight between him and Aang. Like he actually spends a lot of time off on his own and like just barely getting there too late or something. As a kid, I just really like imagined, I'm like, oh yeah, like I just remembered as every episode ends with like Aang beating Zuko. But yeah, I think Zuko, it's wild too, like how much of his story is like a parallel to Aang's, and like I didn't realize that as a kid, and then watching it again during COVID when it got added to Netflix, like it's really such a gag at like how similar their character arcs are in terms of like what they have to go through, and even just like very blatant stuff like when the episode where Aang is learning earthbending from Toph, Zuko's learning how to firebend in the way a waterbender thinks. Like they're both working with like their opposites as a way to like learn new skills, which I think is interesting. Also, I texted Hannah this because she's like the only friend I can think of that has seen Avatar and is actively rewatching it, and has also seen Dance Moms. But Toph's teaching style is the same as Abby Lee Miller's. Like the episode where Toph is teaching Aang earthbending, it's literally like exactly how Abby treats her students on Dance Moms. It was kind of was gagged. I am so niche, yes. And I can't help it. It's a long, long way to Ba Sing Se. I saw people saying how they hated that Avatar got Americanized in Korra, but I know you live for Japan, New York. It's tough. I do think Republic City is cool as fuck, and I think that it makes sense. Aesthetically, it's neither here nor there, but the idea of Republic City makes makes a lot of sense for Aang's sort of like ethos of like wanting the nations to live in harmony. Like he quite literally makes that. My biggest thing with Korra is, and I think this is more from like a budgetary standpoint and like how many episodes they were given, but so much of the show takes place in Republic City, whereas Last Airbender, every episode they're in a different place, and you really get to know the entirety of the world, the globe of Avatar, which is cool. I think book 1 is like exclusively Republic City, pretty much. Book 2, they branch out a little bit with like the poles. Book 3, it's a little bit more of a broader story, and then book 4 is it's a little bit more of like they're venturing around. But I do miss the sort of globe-trotting adventure of Last Airbender. Very curious to see how they're gonna go about the next Avatar, because like who knows how long Korra will live in her timeline, you know. I'm curious to see how advanced technology is at that point, because like they may end up going a different route instead of like not parodying, but like portraying technology the way it's progressed in our modern world. Like they could go a lot more of a fantasy spin on it in the next series. But I don't know. There was a part of the steampunk aesthetic of Korra that I did enjoy. I thought it was a cool change and evolution for the world. But I also am like, well, at what point does it stop kind of feeling like Avatar? I don't know. I don't know if it should get to be like a fucking Blade Runner type world. But I also would still probably eat it up if it did, just because it's Avatar and I just love that world so much. I think whatever... Well, I won't say anymore because it has implications for the end of Korra, but... I just think that there are things that they can do that there are ways that they could expand the world's direction in the next Avatar movie or show, whatever they do. I think it'll be a movie, unfortunately. I would love a show. That have nothing to do with technology. Which is pretty cool still. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Alex. I do trust the original creators. I really do. They've never steered me wrong, personally. Although I do know that Korra is it's very mixed perception. I think towards the end, people came around on it, but people, like, I still know people that, like, write Korra off, and they're like, yeah, I watched, like, part of book 1, I couldn't get into it. Y'all, why is the music in Avatar actually good? God. It's almost like they get career musicians and composers to work on things that need music, like video games. Like, I'll never forget, like, the locals finding out that Mario Kart music is good. Like, wait, why is Mario Kart music so good? Why is it so good for helping me study? Like... like, these are the same people that probably would have made fun of me for having, like, the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack on my iPod. Like, it's so crazy. Wait, why is Sonic music so Kavanti? Like, you really need a TikTok to tell you that it's okay to like video game music? Mama, if you think that song is Kavanti, I can write you a list of a couple more that are just as. Hi, Flowertron. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Mama, kudos for saying that. For spilling. And you know what? Thank you for being so vulnerable tonight in the chat. That clip of Q just not having it. At the end of the episode, a little bit of love, and she's just like, go vote. It's so everything to me. I love it. I feel bad that she's just like going to get so much hate online because people just fucking hate who the edit makes them feel like they should. I like Q. I really like everyone this season, genuinely. Yeah, I think it's a great cast, great season. I would honestly watch an all-star season that's just season 15 and 16 queens. Like, it's that serious for me. Although, unfortunately, the drama will not come from places you'd expect, because, like, Mistress and Plane and Lux will probably all have, like, a Kiki moment, but, like, put either of them in a room with Lucy LaDuca and the world will implode. like, the drama will not come from like the villains versus villains. Like, it will not come from there. It will not be that. Oh my god, yes. I literally Googled DragCon 1980 and this was the first thing that showed up, and it's a fucking AI generated picture. That made me think about when everyone was like, before people realized, wait, AI bad? When it was like you could not go on Instagram without somebody posting a fucking album of 10 versions of the same selfie that they put in that like AI art, like Lenza, I think it was the name, Lenza AI, which cost money. Like, the fact that when I looked it up, because I was like, there's no way I'm doing this because it's cringe, but then when I found out that it cost like $3 or something, I'm like, that's even worse to me. And it was just like, it wasn't even like people posting different poses. It was literally the same photo in like 10 different art styles. And like sometimes people would just like post like more and more and more and more and more. And I was like, this is just a level of self-absorbed that like I can't even handle. Cause like it's not even like a real photo of yourself. Like it's an AI drawing. Like it's not like anything that you should be proud of, like an artist that you commissioned, or like a real photo of like your makeup that day or your hair or your outfit. Like none of it is real. So why are you like posting it as if like I look so fucking fierce in this? Like it's not real. It was just really wild. I got so sick of seeing it. It was really kind of cringe to me. I muted. It was a free block list for me. I muted so many people. So many Rue girls were doing it too, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And then like I like it just was so wild to me. Some of those same people are like now like talking about how AI is bad. I'm like, it is bad. Like it's scary. It's terrifying. But I was just like, damn. People just don't pay attention to what they're doing until they realize it's bad. Although I'm guilty of it too. Like that Dolly 2 or Dolly 3 or whatever. All those like horrible, like when like 2 years ago when the AI was really bad, like all those fucking memes that people made and they were like really this, where everything looks horrible and it's like a terrible AI, like Gandalf trail cam. Like I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of doing this shit. This shit is still funny to me though. But I think we were just not prepared for AI to get so good so quickly. Also, why the fuck does like every AI art, it always kind of looks like a Fortnite promo? Do you know what I mean? Like every AI like 3D art, it all kind of looks like Fortnite promotional material. It has that same sort of like shading. It has almost like a Pixar-y type look to the modeling as well. It's very weird. Yeah, it's probably what they're just scraping for. I think you're right with that. But it's just so weird. Like every AI picture, like I'm just gonna look up just AI art. AI art. Like, why does every AI art have the same sort of, like, shading to it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could just tell instantly that this is AI. From, like, the way it's shaded and, like... I really don't know how to explain it other than, like, just look at it. Yeah, I think you're right too. It's learning from other AI. I think AI art, you can tell how much like AI art tends to have a lot of like swirly stuff and like circles. But yeah, I've been getting so many like AI gay accounts that are like they really scare me because they look real, but they have like a slight like offness to them that is very like it's very uncanny. And it'll be like AI thirst traps and they like just make it look like just like gym selfies and like stuff like that. And then I go to their profile and it's like, I'm an AI, like, I make AI gay bear art, or like make like AI like, I don't know, just anything gay. It's just what I get on my feed because Instagram clocks my ass so fucking hard. But it's crazy because it's like, that's your calling in life, is to just like make deep fakes and you get like followers from it. Like, if like, I get people wanting to like, I don't know, like, why would you like, how do people look at that shit and like still get off? Like, why would you not want to seek out like a real person that you can follow to fucking jerk it to? Like, I don't get it. Josh, I have tried so many times to make my Instagram wholesome and pure. The closest I ever got was where it was just like Animal Crossing and then occasionally men. But lately it has just been all men, and I try my hardest. Although lately it's not even been like gay men. It's been like straight men, like Instagram, like fitness guys, like fitness bros, and a lot of like teenagers that are taking steroids. And that, I will report those when I see those, because I'm like, this is literally like, where are their fucking parents? Why are they 16 and they look like Dwayne Johnson? What the fuck? Your doorbell cam coming up on my blank account I use to look stuff up. Ding dong. I should really have an account like that. But I don't. At my job, we started selling canvas prints of AI art. Reminds me of that Michaela girl. Yeah, Lil Michaela. I know Lil Michaela. I'm aware of that. I never followed her. That to me, I don't know how I feel about that though. It's very strange, but it's not like automated, generated. You know what I mean? Like, somebody made her. So it's almost like a VTuber in a way. Like, she is somebody's artistic expression. It's not like Little Michaela is the result of like ChatGPT getting a prompt, you know? So I don't have the same, like, she is like, I would not say she's AI. She's just fake. Like, she's a fake person. She's fucking fake, and I don't like her. You know, like, I don't really have the same issue with her. Could potentially see the issue for, like, any, you know, unrealistic beauty standards that she perpetuates. You know, what I don't keep up with. I know who that character is. I don't know anything about them. I just have heard about them from, like, can you believe there are digital influencers now? That type of, like, YouTube video thing. But yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that. I don't think AI is necessarily, I think it's just unfortunately something that's never going to go away, and while I don't like it at all, and I think it needs serious regulations and arguably bans, there are things that I think are helpful. Like ChatGPT is helpful if you're like making a resume, because it just kind of helps you aggregate information that you've already collected yourself about yourself. Like, I think that is sort of fine. I've seen friends use it for like, I can't think of this word and I don't even know what to Google to find it, and like it will do that for you, which is helpful as well. So like stuff like that is fine, but once it gets into like generative AI, that's very scary to me. And it's just improving so quickly. Like, people are literally able to make like video porn from just like a selfie of a person, or like get them to do TikTok dances, which is like the naive way that people will expect it to be used. It's so scary. It's really, really scary. Isn't it Taylor Swift who like, there was like some like AI deep fakes of her, and I think she's taking them to court? That's very it's unfortunate that had to happen to her. It might not be Taylor Swift. I think it was, though. But I think that that court case will set a precedent for the law. Because actual lawmakers are too busy banning TikTok to actually fucking do anything of substance, you know? God forbid TikTok tracks our data when we have shit like Cambridge Analytica from Facebook. And all the election interference that they let happen every fucking time. And it's like, wow, there's so many things in this country that we've needed that Congress tells us, like, it's too hard to get done, you know, we can't meet across the aisle, blah, 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 like, but this TikTok ban is going through Congress faster than Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. So you're saying when you really want something done, when you actually want something done, it gets done. But when it's something that you can use to get your constituents to vote for you over and over and over again, because you don't solve the problem, that's something that we just need to keep fighting for. Like, I'm starting, now that I've been like a registered voter for long enough, and I do plan to vote, you'll never catch me not voting, especially in a full-on election. I need to register to vote in California now that I plan on living here for a long time. Because originally, when I moved to Florida, I did not register to vote because I was like, well, I'm only going to live here for a year, and I don't even remember if it was an election year, like even, or anything when I moved there, so I didn't. And then I ended up staying there a year longer than I expected to. But I knew that that was not going to happen. So I was like, I don't want to register to vote just to, like, not end up, like, being here. Like, it's a very complicated. I think you have to, like, unregister in New York, and I was just like, whatever. I'm not going to do that for a place that I don't even think I'll be here in 7 months. But I don't plan on leaving California for a long time, so I will be registering to vote here. I'm getting, now that this will be like my third presidential election that I voted in, and like I kept up with politics decently in high school, but like once I was able to vote, I was like I made sure to be informed, and most of the Trump presidency I was very informed before I really just like I burnt myself out. I'm like I would limit myself to like learning about shit like once a week, because it was destroying my mental health to be on Twitter every day, because it was literally like every day he was doing something horrible. But I just am getting so like tired of even politicians that I agree with. Like, I'm like, we agree on things, but you're not making the changes that you should be doing. But like, God forbid, like I don't know, they just are constantly asking for money online. And it's like, you've had several opportunities, I feel, to get bills that would pass, like, protections. Like, all these things that you want us to, like, we have to vote so we can fight the GOP who's trying to take away our rights. And it's like, okay, but you've had several instances where you could have passed protections for XYZ thing, and you didn't. But now that it's an election year again, you want to stay elected, so you're asking me to pitch in money so that you could fight this thing. Like, it's been very frustrating me lately with like we need your help. How much fucking help can I give? You're the one in Congress. Do something. Like, what the fuck are you going there for every day? I don't get it. But anyway, I still think it's very important to vote. It's very important to vote on a local level, because that's where change really happens. And like the federal election, like, is it federal or general? I don't remember. The presidential election is obviously very important because that sort of dictates the next several years of culture in the country. But don't ignore your local elections either, because you'd be surprised at how much power a fucking senator can have, or a representative, or even like a city council person. So it's important to vote and stay as informed as mentally sound possible, you know? Did you vote for Christmas like Judge 40? What? What does that mean? What does that mean? Unfortunately, I am out of the loop on this one. There was a person named Christmas on the LA ballot. Oh my god. No, I'm not registered to vote in California yet. But I will be by the time the election rolls around. I feel like this needs to be bigger. This hand. Which is going to be annoying because then I have to redraw all the pixels. Blech. It's the only thing about Procreate that kind of bothers me, is like resizing makes it look so chopped up and ugly. So I try to make sure I do all my resizing and proportions when it's a sketch before I do any line work. So that way I can just draw it once at the right size, but oh well. But everything else about Procreate I love, especially Procreate's stance on AI. That made me very happy. Voting when I lived in New York was so easy. My polling place was literally like a block away from my house. So I would just get up first thing in the morning. Usually I'd even be awake at like 6 a.m. And I would just walk there and vote. And I loved it. I fucking loved voting. It sounds stupid, but I just was like, I feel like an adult who's involved in the world. And like, I don't know, it made me feel like I can't fucking complain about nothing happening that I want because or I can complain all I want because I voted. Like, that's really, to me, what gets me out the door is I want to be able to complain without anybody telling me I should have voted. Like, as a career complainer, like, if I want to be able to complain about the shit I don't like, I better have at least voted. Okay. We're getting there on Dr. Quack. I'm gonna hate drawing this stethoscope, I know it. I had to vote in an elementary school, and I was like, why does this whole place smell like crayons? I also voted at an elementary school. And it felt like a post office. It was not the elementary school that I went to. So it was very strange going there, because I would always pass it, because I had friends in the neighborhood that went to that school. so I would pass it, and I was always like, what is it like to go to school there? So then when I finally was able to vote and I would go in there, or like when I was a kid and I had to go with my parents to vote there, because my parents also would vote there. And it would be like, it's a school night, and they had work all day, so I'd have to go with them to vote in the evening. And I'm like bored out of my mind while we're waiting in line. And it was like, whoa, this is crazy. It's weird being here. I used to get that way when my sister would have a basketball game at like a different school, like an away game. I've been to pretty much every Catholic school in the Bronx and Long Island and Staten Island. If you can name it, I've probably been there just because my sister had a game there. St. Brendan's was like, St. Brendan's and St. Margaret's were their rivals. They had really good girls teams. The boys teams were a lost cause. The boys teams were never it. My sister's team, and really it came down to whoever my friend Maggie's mom was coaching, because Maggie was very good and her mom was the coach, and she was an incredible coach. And it was always like 5th and 6th graders, 7th and 8th graders. So when Maggie was in 5th grade, all the girls from my class in 6th grade were on like the best team ever. And then when Maggie was in 6th grade, my sister was in 5th grade. So my sister was on the best team ever. So I was always going to games that were like, this is the best shit. Like, I'm telling you, the blood, sweat, and tears that these middle school girls were putting into these basketball games, I literally, like, it was my Super Bowl. Like, and they would make it to the championships every year. And I would scream. Because, like, these were all my very close friends. And it was just so fucking cool to watch them be so good at basketball. Like, I lived. But yeah, certain years were like, okay, we're rooting for the varsity team versus the junior team. And then vice versa, you know. Whatever team my sister was on. But I was always at games. And obviously, like, my friends and my sister were all very good, too. But you're only as good as your coach. And, yeah, anyway. But I remember there was this one school, I think it was called, like, St. Mary's by the Sea or something like that. It was in, I think, Staten Island. Or maybe it was City Island. I don't remember. But it was the weirdest fucking school ever. Like, it was up against, like, the water. Like, there was a dock for boats next to the school gym. It was fucking weird. I just have very vivid memories of that school. Because I think we went out for, like, seafood afterwards. And my cousins came to watch my sister's game that day. It was so great. Usually they'd be selling food, too. So I would just get a hot dog and, like, a bag of M&Ms and a Coke. And I was just like, ugh, what a fun day. And I would just hang out with, like, the boat in question. And the water in that emote is exactly the color of the Hudson River. But it was always so weird to me to, like, if they didn't lock the doors to the school, like, it would be like me in 6th or 7th grade, my sister's friend's sister, who was like a sophomore in high school, and then like one of her other teammates, like 2 little brothers who were like in 3rd grade, and it was just like this like random ass crew of side characters. And we'd just be hanging out, and we'd go into, like, the storage closet with all the gymnastics equipment and, like, play around in that. And then we'd sneak in and walk through the hallways of the classrooms of the school that we were at. And it was just so weird to, like, be at somebody else's school and see, like, all these other students, like, homework and artwork hung up on the walls. And it's like, this is so weird that, like, other people are living their lives. And they will never know that I was here. And I will never know who they are, what they look like. It's just very strange. Strange feeling. But it was cool. Alright, I need to look up what a stethoscope looks like. Yeah, child Jimmy learnt voyeurism. Stethoscope. So, I don't really know how to draw a stethoscope for someone without ears, so I'm just gonna kind of like make it cartoonishly proportioned. And I should do it on a different layer, so that way I can not worry about having to erase things as much. Have you seen those next Animal Crossing rumors? Yes, I have. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm not opposed for some sort of gargantuan redo of the Animal Crossing formula. I feel like they may feel pressured to do that because New Horizons was so successful. They do sound fake as fuck, though, I agree. Like, I'm not really buying any of it. I have no doubt that we'll get an Animal Crossing game in the next 2 years. That's kind of just a given. It was just, realistically, it was so successful, it'd be stupid not to. But, yeah. So the rumors are basically, that it'll be, like, a big city. Or something like that. Let me find the rumors. It's from a leaker that has a 30% accuracy, which is like, okay, well, that tells me everything I need to know, really. If it's not Pioro, then I don't care. Let me look up Animal Crossing 2026. And I should find. Yeah, Animal Crossing rumor leaks. Collaborative multiplayer, a larger city complete with skyscrapers, vehicles for transportation, mini games, adventure missions, new monetary system, large shopping center where players can have their own store and sell their own designs to others. The last bit includes a variety of things such as a furniture store, a vehicle workshop. Like, there are things that I'm not, like, I don't think are, like, a shock to me. Like, I do think that there will be a bigger emphasis on multiplayer because that was something that people really missed from, like, New Leaf and stuff. But, like, I just don't... I don't know how somebody would know all this so early. Like, if this was, like... If it was 2025 at the moment and they were like, it's coming out next year, I'd be like, okay, but, like... How do they even have, like, graphics done to know that, like, all the leaked stuff? I don't know. I do think that the next Animal Crossing game will be, the scale will be a lot larger. Just because I think they'll probably want to just feel like they need to one-up themselves with New Horizons, you know? So I think that it will be a large city-like size. Because I think the next Switch will be able to handle it, too. But I don't... Like, Animal Crossing is called Animal Forest in Japan. Like, I don't think there will ever be an Animal Crossing that is not remotely foresty in any way. Like, that's the heart and soul of the series. It's giving Sims 5, Project Renee, a little bit. Where, like, you're only gonna have an apartment to live in, which, don't know how I feel about that. My biggest issue with The Sims at this point is the social elements. I don't feel like there are any. So, after a certain point, it kind of just feels like I'm doing the same shit over and over again, which is why I need to get into mods for The Sims. More so than I already have. Well, what about Animal Crossing Go to the Polls? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Biden Island. Bruh. How the fuck does Procreate think, oh, he was trying to draw. Yeah, that's what he was trying to draw. Oh, we got that. Don't worry, we'll fix it. That's ridiculous to me. That's the good AI. The Nintendo Island, yeah, and like they left like a bunch of like just stacks of wood around. Like it was literally like mid development, that Nintendo Island. That was so people were dragging it. It was so funny. Like, damn, this is the official island. You couldn't clean up? You couldn't clean up a little bit before you uploaded the dream address? What the fuck? It literally was like just random stacks of like soft wood everywhere. It was so ridiculous. It was a little too real. Like, girl, you can be real, but girl, yeah, like, let's not pretend our beaches did not look like that. But like, we clean it up before we upload. I just want like New Horizons customization, but New Leaf progression. I think that New Horizons is an incredible game for the first like 20 days. And then I do think it starts to unfortunately lose a lot of stuff to build towards. Where New Leaf, it kind of did have some sort of like a year-long progression. But like the first, like building until you get KK Slider, that is an incredible prologue. It is so good. I love playing it every single time I start my game over. Yeah, I really need villagers that are mean. I really do think we'll get that. I think that it'll just be like two personality types will be mean. So that way all the softies that are like, boo-hoo, my villagers are so mean. And I'm like, you're 32, please grow up. I think that if they really want it, they don't have to have a certain type of villager. But the bitches who want some vile shit on their island can get everything they need. I kind of want to get my little cousin, who's just starting to get into like Pokemon and stuff. I'm gonna wait and see how long this interest in Pokemon lasts, because I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I kind of want to be the cool gay cousin and get him a Switch Lite. And get him like Animal Crossing, and I'd probably get him BDSP. Because I do think that that game is probably very approachable for a 6-year-old. He's going to be 6 in September. I don't know if like a game with a full camera would be wise. But he loves dinosaurs, and the fossils in Animal Crossing made me think he'd like Animal Crossing. I'm thinking I'm going to call it... So, the DSM stands for Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. And I'm thinking I'm going to call it instead of DSM-5 for, like, 5th edition, I'm going to call it DSM-W. Because it's, like, for Webkins. So, I'm going to change it from Webkins DSM to DSM-W. The DSM of WoW. Okay, that's even funnier. That's even fucking funnier, Lauren. Thank you. Shoe snacks. Oh, well. Thank you. I have a Webkinz love and a psychology degree. Diagnose me, diva. How fucked am I? I def think evil or mean villagers should be an option. I struggle with objects not being sentient. I used to have a thing about that I needed professional help. I worry mean villagers would make me like actually cry because it'd be a struggle to remember that they aren't sentient and they aren't alive and full of hate and violence for me. Thank you, and thank you for spilling. Thank you for spilling. I need my snooty villagers to tell me to die. I need that. And I think, yeah, I think if they limit it to specific types of villagers, that way people can, if they really don't want it, they just don't have that villager on their island. I'm content with their catchphrases being slurs, personally. God. I literally, every single villager of mine would call me the F slur if I didn't stream that game. Are you sentient, Jimmy? Most days, I would hope, but I don't know. Some days, no. Some days, I literally am like, I feel like I'm on an autopilot today. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby. Come here, baby. Ruby. Come here, Ruby. Come here, Rube. Hi. Hi, Scooby. Hello. Oh, hi, Ruby. Hi, baby. Hello. I'm glad you didn't speak to my Greta when you toured because she says the old Rumail sound. Oh, Canada. Oh my god. Alex can have her Greta say that. Just saying. But Greta can say it. Yeah, Greta can say that. Greta can say that. I love the Nintendo DSM 5. The wheel of wow. It's a bit of a large W. Let's do this. Map it out. Sucky suck. I really love that song. Gag on It by Kim Petras. But I'm gonna need a version without the fucking spit noises from the beginning of the song. Because it's almost unlistenable to me as someone who hates mouth sounds like that. I would not say it's like debilitating, but it's just like, ew. Ew, 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 ew. I tried to listen to more. I did not care for the original Slut Pop, and I don't really think I care for Slut Pop Miami. I unfortunately, as much as I really want to like Kim Petras, I really feel that she is just constantly, like, giving nothing with the music. Like, in, like, production, and, like, it doesn't help the videos of her performances I've seen, too. I just don't get it. Because there are a lot of Kim Petras songs that I really like. But it's giving garage band a little bit. I don't know. But she's the penis genius. And I'm the cockter doctor. I think what did it for me was seeing her as a guest judge on Drag Race, and I was like, oh, she's not present. Those are my coconuts. Mary Kate and Ashley. Like, I don't know. Live for saying garage band at any song you don't like. Dallas was listening to a song one time on his stream like years ago, back on when he was on YouTube, and I typed in his chat, "Come on, band practice." Dallas loves to put on ASMR, and they do really fucking, like, repetitive, like, mouth noises. And it's really, I don't mind ASMR, like, there's some that I like, but he doesn't get, like, I can't express enough the, like, full body clench and, like, tension and, like, buildup of, like, rage that I get when, like, I can hear the spit, like when people in ASMR talk with their teeth and they're not actually, like, trying to make a sound, they're just mouthing the words, and I'm just hearing, like, their tongue, like, ugh, I really hate it. Like, if I'm just hearing, like, spit sounds, like, that's really it for me. It's really just, like, spit noises. Like, I don't have a problem with, like, chewing, like, hearing somebody chew. But I don't mind ASMR that's, like, soft-spoken. And, like, I don't mind whisper when they whisper from their chest. But when they whisper from the front of their mouth, it's too, like, wet sounding. But when somebody talks like that, where it's, like, it's coming from here, their chest, I don't mind it. But Dallas thinks I'm, like, crazy for how I get. And it's not like I go on a fucking rampage. I just look at him like, turn it off. turn it off. Like, stop. And he does it all the time because he knows it pisses me off. He knows it bothers me, and he's just like, why does it bother you so much? It just fucking does, and that should be enough, thank you. Hi Jimmy, I'm lurking while I play video game. How's your day going? It's going good. Pretty chill today. Much better today than I was the last few days. I don't know if anyone else that kind of feels this way about streaming. But sometimes I get like, I guess like art block, but it's like stream block where like I literally like can't think of anything I want to play or anything I want to talk about. So I sometimes just will not stream because I just don't feel all there. And sometimes I will push through and I'll stream and I'll end up having like a really great stream and I'm just like, I'm so glad I streamed. And other times I'm like, yeah, I really should have just taken today off. And that was kind of how I was yesterday. Like I felt better yesterday, but I just was not completely there. I think that people hating the word moist, people being afraid of veneers is the new, like, hating moist. That's, like, my fucking thing right now online. People on TikTok love to be like, veneers are so scary. Like, they whittle down your teeth. Like, what? Like, tell me you've never needed a crown because your tooth is fucked in your life. Like, stop. It's not scary. Also, no, you can't feel your brain finishing developing at 25. You just fucking don't. Shut up. Like, it's so stupid. No, you don't remember the moment you gain sentience. Like, shut up. It's just your earliest memory. Oh my god. It's so dumb to me. Veneers are so scary. Like, IDK. It'd be like saying you felt your bones click into their full length. You don't. No, but I do think I feel my brain wrapping up. I feel the rush. Ooh, Rush. Allie and AJ. You want to know what song that I was thinking about? Not Allie and AJ. I got a TikTok that was like, here's Radio Disney's top songs of Spring Break 2000, you know, whatever. I don't remember the year. And in the top 10 was Raven Simone's Double Dutch Bus. And I was like, oh my god, I completely suppressed that song in my brain. It's so good. It's such a good song. I don't care, I'm gonna play it. It fully means nothing, too. Oh, I guess it's a cover by Raven. That makes sense now. Because I was like, why, first of all, why is Raven putting out music? I'm pretty sure this is a post That's So Raven era. She's not even in Cheetah Girls anymore. I did not know that Leland wrote Rush. Be fun. Vote for them. But yeah, this was like you know that shit is fake because there's no way people were calling into Radio Disney to request this song. It was like number 6 of the top 10, like beating out like a Miley Cyrus song. Like there's just no way. But the top 3 were all Jonas Brothers songs, with does check out for like 2008. The Joe Bro craze was real. It's like how you can buy your own books to get on the New York Times bestseller list. Yes. There was actually a Taylor Swift song on there. And I think that's why I thought Taylor Swift was Disney for so long, because like she really was the like constantly played and like shown on Disney Channel and like Radio Disney back in the day. Like I really thought she was a Disney star in my brain. She was like she was kind of like an Ally and AJ. Like they do Disney music from Disney, but they're not in things except for like Phil the Future, but his hairs are even skinnier than that. They're arguably like that. This part sounds like the Santa Claus. Was it called Dairy Queens? I thought that Ally and AJ's movie was called Cowbells. But like they did work at a dairy farm. But yeah, I definitely watched that movie. I recall none of it. But apparently that movie came out the same night as Hannah Montana. Isn't that a gag? Like, if you ever watch those, like, commercials from this night in Disney Channel, maybe I was wrong. Maybe there was something that premiered on the same night as High School Musical 2. And that might have been Hannah Montana. But I'm pretty sure it was Cowbells. Let me look it up. Eric, thank you so much for the 2-year resub. Thank you, thank you. Hannah Montana premiere night. 2006. Yeah, it definitely was not High School Musical 2. When is High School Musical 2? 2007. Yeah, okay. This is crazy. Oh my god, this is so crazy.
It's finally here. Get ready to rock with the series premiere of
Okay, yeah, okay.
Montana up next. Then keep it right here and rock on with High School Musical.
So, was that the night High School Musical 1 came out? Was it that? Was it that what I was thinking of? High School Musical 1 came out when? January 20th. No, so this was a rerun. If this is March 24th. So yeah, no, it's not the same night. But I remember there was something, because I was getting TikToks that were like, it was like Miley Cyrus sitting on a couch on a white background with Ally and AJ. They were like, "Thanks for watching our movie. Check out the premiere of Hannah Montana," or something like that. But maybe it was something unrelated.
Hi, I'm Raven from That's So Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel.
That's crazy. Let me look up Hannah Montana Cowbells.
Disney.
Okay, so yeah, Cowbells aired, then Hannah Montana. Friday, March 24th.
Friday, March 24th. Disney Channel's bringing you a night that's a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, and a whole lot of laughs. First, they're used to being in style.
We found the most perfect dress. Why are we still here?
But now they're just feeling out of place.
Not happy right now.
It's the premiere of the Disney Channel original movie.
I was
Cowbells.
right.
Then, meet a girl from the country.
It's like walking barefoot through a field of cows after their morning sit down. What, y'all never heard that one before?
I used to want to talk like that when I was a kid. I'm like, I really got to come up with things to say like that. And I literally, like, I couldn't.
A rock and roll life. You won't want to miss the series premiere of Hannah Montana.
God. This show took over the world. It's so crazy. It really, like, I think back on it sometimes. Like, I don't know if there's ever been anything quite like it in terms of popularity. It's kind of like the last sort of, like, big kids show, I feel. The world. Okay, but you don't understand. Like, there were Hannah Montana parodies on fucking Family Guy and Saturday Night Live. Like, everyone, like Miley Cyrus, you want to, Hannah Montana ratings. I'm pretty sure Hannah Montana was huge worldwide. Absolutely. Because I had friends in Canada that were obsessed with Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana was huge. Like, Miley Cyrus was one of the most famous people overnight, basically, because of this show. Disney Channel was huge. I suggest everybody watch the Defunct Land Disney Channel video, because they talk about, like, Disney Channel was pulling in, like, double digits for just new episode premieres at its peak when Hannah Montana was airing, and, like, High School Musical and stuff. It is so much bigger than people give it credit for. It's really insane, the grip that this had over the youth of today. Like, is wild. Well, you know, the youth of then, adults today. Dawson, thank you so much for the 35 months, by the way. Thank you, thank you. When the 3D concert came out, it was sold out everywhere. I remember waiting in line at the theater. That's wild. Yeah, I didn't go to see it in the theaters, but I did see the movie when it, like, they aired it on TV. Yeah, the show's most viewed episode, Me and Mr. Jonas and Mr. Jonas and Mr. Jonas, was aired August 17th, 2007 as a lead out to the premiere of High School Musical 2, and it was viewed by 10.7 million people. Oh my god. That's so fucking crazy. Like, for a kids network. Like, people tuned in, and I was one of those people too. God. Let me look up High School Musical 2 premiere night. This is crazy.
Time to sing, time to dance, and time to celebrate. High School Musical Musical 2 is finally here. It's off the hook, and we're kicking off the World Television.
I remember seeing somebody say, who the fuck was in charge of color correction for this movie? And they showed screenshots. This movie, the saturation in Premiere was turned to 200%. Everyone is orange in this movie. It's crazy.
High five! Oh!
Then, during the marathon, we're showing you all the Road to High School Musical 2 behind the scenes.
The best part about being in the High School Musical phenomenon is we made something that's fun and it's a dream come true.
God, this movie really, like, changed the world. I'm sorry. Like, it just was such a fucking moment. Like, especially all the production stuff that they would do, like, showing how they would all rehearse the musical numbers and stuff. It really was like, this is the craziest, biggest moment of my life. Because the first one was so good, and this was, like, it did not disappoint.
School Musical 2,
It's showtime. Yeah.
where you get to watch it with the Wildcats.
We're all here at Kenny's house, and you're invited to chill with us too.
Join the premiere party, hosted by the movie's director and choreographer, Kenny Ortega.
We'll be here all
Did you know that Kenny Ortega did Hocus Pocus? He's been fucking making shit for gay people. Like, it's wild.
And choreographer, Kenny Ortega.
We'll be here all night, hanging out, having a little barbecue, and talking about our favorite movie moments.
Plus, don't miss a sneak peek of Disney.
List of the most viewed Disney Channel original series episodes. Go through how many episodes you have seen. I remember watching a lot of That's So Raven, but I don't remember specific episodes because I was just, like, a little too young. Like, I remember being so scared of the Halloween episode where they slowly turn into cows. Oh my god, it scared me so much. I don't remember really any Even Stevens either, or Phil the Future. I remember the Even Stevens episodes with the eyeballs, and I remember the Phil the Future episode with the toe, and that's like it. That's all I really remember. I'm trying to think of. I watched way more Cory in the House than That's So Raven, because that was like, I don't know, just a little bit more sentient at that point. I remember being so confused because I must have missed the episode where they talked about how Raven's mom went to law school and she just was not a part of the show anymore. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I just was like, one day I was just like, why is Raven's mom never in this show anymore? But yeah, I don't remember. There's an episode, I think, where Raven, like, stands up to a bully and, like, why do I feel like somebody gets, like, hoisted up in the gym and is, like, dangling from the ceiling? I don't remember. I don't know. I really don't know any Phineas and Ferb. I watched, like, a bit of the first season of that. Obviously, me and Mr. Jonas, and Mr. Jonas. Who will be the family wizard? Gag. I remember that. I stopped watching Disney Channel at that point, but I tuned back in for this. I, like, made sure I knew when it was going to happen. And I made sure I was in high school at this point, and I made sure that I came back down to the living room to watch this. Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana, everything. That's So Sweet Life was much better, though. I mean, I've seen every Hannah Montana episode. It was my favorite show. Lost at Sea. I feel like I might remember that. New Kid in the Town. Is this the premiere of Cory in the House? It probably is. With, what's her name? Madison something. She was in that movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson where she accidentally eats a peanut or something and he's, like, rushing her to the hospital while she's dying. Oh my god. The stakes. Whatever happened to her? What's she up to as an adult now? What, is she still acting? I have no idea. I watched, like, a handful of Good Luck Charlie. I was on my way out. Jesse never would tune into that. I've definitely seen this Hannah Montana thing. I don't know what Twister is, but I'm sure I've seen it. Anything Hannah Montana and Sweet Life I've seen. Yeah, that's a Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. Sunny with a Chance, I could not do it. I just couldn't. And that was like when I was still watching Disney Channel. She has a lot of voice roles for Disney Junior, it seems. Interesting. Wizards versus Werewolves, I do remember. Shake It Up, I couldn't get into. The fucking twins, Anka and Blanca, or whatever the fucking... Ingle and Bingle, like, what are their fucking names? The blonde twins. I don't remember their names, but I could not fucking deal with that show. Oh my god, crazy 10-minute sale. Dallas and I watched Wizards of Waverly Place episodes. They were on YouTube. It was the one where Alex and Justin go to WizTech. Octavia Spencer is in it, and she's like playing like a professor or something, trying to steal Justin's wizard powers or something. She committed to that role too. It was everything. Gideon, thank you so much for the 57 months. Thank you, thank you. Alright. What to do next? I don't want to draw Caillou right now. I would like to draw Peachette. Sometimes I do think about Alex and Stevie's clearly gay relationship that wasn't gay, but I was a kid going, this is gay, right? I'm pretty sure the creator said in an interview recently that he was like, yeah, I wanted it to be a gay storyline, but there's no way they would have let us do that shit. That was the era of, like, Adam Lambert fully being, like, blacklisted and, like, not having a career because he was gay after doing like during obviously, but like it was like a gay scandal on American Idol, like that he was gay, like, and now we have like Drag Race on TV winning Emmys. Like, it's just a really crazy how quickly like things have changed for the better, but it's so devastating because like if you actually have kept up with Adam Lambert post Idol, even in just a small amount, you know that he has one of the greatest voices ever. Like, he's an incredibly talented performer. He's toured with Queen, and he did the new theme song for the Megamind show, and it was so good. But yeah, I feel like he could have had a way bigger career if Hollywood was not so homophobic at the time. It's just really unfortunate. I remember being gutted that David Archuleta lost. And then, like, I remember, like, I had such a little crush on him when I was a kid. It's absolutely why I wanted him to win. But I remember being devastated that he didn't win. Like, it literally was like I felt the world fall apart at my feet. So stupid. Those girls watching the American Idol finale with David and David. I don't remember that. Was that like a special broadcast that they did? Yeah, Manila's husband. No! Oh my god, I do actually think I know what you're talking about, Hannah. And it's like a bunch of little girls and they cry. I have seen that on TikTok. Yes, I literally just found it on my own. This video. God, I fucking love the internet. This video is called The Worst Day of My Life. The most horrible day of my life. 15 years ago, November 19th, 2008. They are all wearing David Archuleta t-shirts and holding up pictures of him, waiting for him to announce that he won American Idol.
Ladies and gentlemen, David, the winner by 12 million votes of American Idol 2008 is David.
Literally me, though. Literally me, though. This is me when Monet lost All Winners. I was like, does the lip sync mean nothing? I have truly never been in such shambles after a season of Drag Race ended. Maybe because I probably would have been this way if I watched All Stars 3 as it was airing, but I watched it after the fact, so I just it didn't hit me the same way. But literally, like, I remember, like, the first thing I did after watching the ending of All Winners Drag Race was I, like, remember opening Patreon and, like, I'm like, Bob and Monet have to be on Zoom right now. Like, I need to know what they have to say. And I was in such, like, denial. Like, it was really embarrassing how serious I was taking it for, like, 2 hours, and then I got over it. But it was wild. That loser that doesn't shave. This was literally me when The Biggest Loser season 2 ended, and I found out that I would never see these people on television again. My family watched The Biggest Loser on TV together every night, every week, like as it was airing. And I remember, like, I had never seen a reality show before, and I'd never really, like, seen a show that, like, ended before. So at the finale, I was like, well, what happens now? And my mom was like, that's it. And I was like, because I got so attached. I believe that was Matt and Susie's seasons, and I think they ended up getting together. And I just was rooting for Susie so hard. My whole family was. They were like, it's not as easy for the women on this show because they lose weight slower. And, like, I remember they would get so pissed when before the weigh-in, the guys would chug water. And it would be, like, +2. And then the next week, it would be, like, -30 because it was really 2 weeks of weight. And they would win the week. And it was like, they were like, this is bullshit. They're fucking cheating these women. I remember my parents were, like, pissed about the strategy on The Biggest Loser. Yeah, I remember, like, crying because I was like, my mom was like, do you just want them to gain the weight back and compete again? And I was like, no, no, they seem happier now. Like, I'm happy for them. Like, I understood, like, oh, their life needs to move on. Little did we know that most of the contestants would gain a lot of the weight back, and some would end up competing on the show again, because we would find out that the program of the Biggest Loser was a horrible, unsustainable program that nobody could possibly maintain while also having a job and a family. Like, it's just incredibly unrealistic. But we didn't know that at the time, I feel like, or at least I didn't as a child. But yeah, I remember crying like that when The Biggest Loser season 2 ended. Yeah, exactly, Ribbons. Exactly. It's that too, the diet culture. You were a reality TV girl all your life. I actually wasn't. I did not really watch any reality TV when I was in high school, but I did really get into a lot of shows. Like, I was really into... My friend... I never really watched it on my own, but I would watch when I would stay at my friend's house. She would watch John and Kate Plus 8 when we were in, like, 6th grade. Before, like, John left and shit. Like, the early season of it. I couldn't really get into it because I hated Kate, so I just never really watched it, but I would watch it when I was at her place. But I was so into Jersey Shore. Very big into Jersey Shore. But then I didn't really watch any reality TV, honestly, until Drag Race, when I was like 19 or 20. GTL, baby. I've been to the Shore Store. I've stood across the street with a mob of people at the house. I've seen most of the cast out and about at the boardwalk. I watched Snooki play from a crane game through the glass, and they filmed it, but they probably were not going to use that B-roll, considering there are children in the shot that didn't sign a release form. There's so much shit that I only got away with watching because my mom passed away. I honestly don't think I would have had like a YouTube life the way I did if my mom was alive, because she was like so anti me showing my face in my videos. She barely wanted me posting at all, really, because she knew the internet was horrible. But she compromised and she was like, as long as you don't show your face. And then like few months after she passed away, I was just like, well, no one can stop me now. And I showed my face in like 3 videos when I was like 13. And then I like got too afraid that I was going to get found by strangers and they were going to show up at my house and shit. I just had a major panic attack that I did not realize wasn't a panic attack. And I deleted my whole YouTube channel in one night. I had like 2,000 subscribers, which for a fucking, like, nobody kid in 2009 or 10, whenever I did that, was a lot of fucking subscribers. And now I will show up at your apartment. I really hope that you do come, Danny. Ooh. January 2015 eShop. That's what this is called. Wow, this is so good. I thought about using the symmetry tool for this drawing, but I decided not to. Because I sometimes feel like I rely on it too much, so I'm gonna try this entire... Maybe for Terra I'll use it, because he's so... The asymmetry will be so noticeable, but... I feel like I've been using it a lot lately. And I actually really like to use the symmetry tool when I warm up, because... it makes me feel like I'm not a terrible artist, which I feel like for the first 30 minutes of drawing, I feel like that, and then I get into the groove and I don't feel like that anymore, and I'll usually draw without it, but it keeps me from fucking, like, walking off the cliff, basically, because it's like, no, it's okay, you're good, you're a good artist, look at how pretty this is, I helped, but look how pretty this is. I am planning to play the new Peach game. Yeah, I'll probably make a schedule for this coming week, either tonight or tomorrow, and post it. But I will be playing it on Friday. I love that the Mario fandom saw Peachette and collectively thought, now what the fuck are we doing here? It really, I felt so validated by everyone kind of being like, this shit's kind of weird, right? Like, it doesn't... the implications are odd, right? Although I do live for a good Bowsette fan art, don't get me wrong. Love her. But I just kind of don't understand, like, why does that mean like Peach is really a toad that got Peachetted? Like, I don't get it. If you're real, if you were there at the late night iPad Peachette rant stream. Yeah. Very true, very true. I was there at that stream. How lovely. But that was before everyone was Lauren pilled, so no one knew me or my lore. I still remember the first stream I ever was at of yours, and you were shiny hunting Ice Cube in Sword and Shield. And then I think you got it, like, right when I raided or something like that. I don't know if, like, you got it before I got there or what. But there was a shiny Ice Cube that day. And it was very iconic. This song just makes me want to shop till I drop. I would really love, not to be a consumerist, but I would really love the return of the American Mall. Like, Amazon has really destroyed everything that we know and love and call sacred in American culture. Sometimes, though, I do love a good trip to the mall. Like, sometimes you just need to go to the mall and try shit on to go shopping if you, like, need something. Like, when I needed to go shopping for a wedding that I was going to, I was like, I need to go to the mall and try everything on. I'm not doing any of this shopping on Amazon. I might have missed the iPad stream, but I was there for the watching paint dry stream. That's just as real. That is just as real. If a website doesn't have a size measurement chart, it's over. I also will not buy stuff if I can't check the size. Because I'm kind of like in between sizes at the moment. Like sometimes a medium is too small for me. Not to humble brag about being buff or anything, but I definitely am very aware of what things are made from now too. Because, like, I've been burned too many times by a really cute t-shirt, and then it's, like, Lycra material. And I'm like, what the fuck? This literally looked like cotton on the website. So now I, like, check the descriptions of everything very thoroughly. I check the size chart. I read the reviews. Used to need 10 or 20 bucks to go out, and now it's like 40 minimum. Yeah, that too. That too. Like, it's just sucks. Did you see that Taco Bell receipt that was like $3 for like what would now be like $12 worth of food? There was not a single item on that list that was above $1. Yeah, I sweat too much, especially on antidepressants, to be wearing stuff that isn't breathable or moisture wicking. So, I'm very aware of fabric materials now. Everything's so thin, too, like the clothes, which, like, you'd think would make it more breathable, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I have thick t-shirts that are very comfortable to wear in the heat because of the material. But I feel like everything is like even I have this Barbie shirt that I got. I was sad on Friday, so Dallas and I went to the gym. And then afterwards we went to Target because we needed eggs. And then I was like, I want us to get matching Barbie shirts, and we cut them into crop tops. So we did. But like even this shirt, like this is cute. This is cute. But like literally like it's almost like see-through how thin this material is. It's so crazy. Like thank God it was cheap. You know. But it's just wild. Like nothing is made to last anymore. It's very sad. Pickled Lennon, thank you for the 53-month resub. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? Did my taxes and owed $3. Fierce. Very fierce. I was talking to my dad about my taxes. And I don't know if we're going to do it this year, but I think for California, when I pay for 2024's income, because I'll have to pay a state tax. Because I spent all of 2023 in Florida, so my taxes still for 2023 are Florida based. But he was like, I think for 2024, I think we should start doing quarterly instead of all at the end of the year, just so it's easier to keep track of everything. So, but he's gonna help me like organize everything I need because he's an accountant. So. Spearsy! Thank you very much. 23 months. Taxes are so scary, yeah. And it's like, it's annoying because the government knows. The government knows what they need from you. It's this fucking little game that they play so they can catch you on technicalities. It's very frustrating. She looks so cute! I would say of all the characters on this so far, including the ones that are not on here yet, I do think that Pichette is the least egregious offender of my fucking haters, but I will never forgive. I will never forgive her taking a spot from someone cool in Mario Kart. That's for fucking sure. We could have had Dixie Kong. Like, come on now. Cash App does your taxes for free. No one used TurboTax or H&R Block. Wow, did not know that. My dad just does everything with whatever the fuck he uses. I don't even know if it's TurboTax. $10.99s are much worse than W-2s. Yeah, that's it. That's true too. It's very confusing to do self-employed freelance taxes. So it sucks, man. It fucking sucks. Everything is so hard and complicated. Also, you have to pay like more in taxes if you are like self-employed, which is just the American way of making us all fucking like part of the capitalist machine and shit. It's so annoying. It's like to de-incentivize people from breaking from the system. Wow, this crown actually looks so good. It looks so like plush and bubbly, and I'm really enjoying this drawing so far. Yeah, that's a good good way of looking at it, Hannah. I write off a lot of stuff. Like pretty much anything that I use that's remotely streamer related gets written off. So like games, equipment, wires, like USBs and stuff, chargers. I even write off the square footage subtracted from my like rent. Like that is my office space, that gets deducted. Wigs. Vigs. Hi, Ruby. Hello, Missy. Hello. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, Ruby. Okay, bye-bye. How long did you have to stream before you could write stuff off? I mean, since the beginning. I started streaming with a pretty large, relatively large viewer base. But if you make enough from, I mean, all of your income from streaming has to be, like taxed. Like it's not really like oh, I've been a streamer for this long. Like, it's not that. I'm pretty sure there's like a certain income that you have to reach though. Before you have to start paying taxes, and I think it's like $600. I don't remember though, but I highly recommend you do your own research on it, because again, I just kind of give all my shit to my dad and then he tells me what's the tea. But like, I've been paying taxes on my Twitch income since the beginning, because I basically got partner as soon as I started streaming, because back in the day, if you had a certain amount of YouTube subscribers, I think it was 100K, if you started to incentivize YouTubers to stream on Twitch, they were like, if you stream on Twitch, you'll get partner if you have this many subscribers. So I already built that up on YouTube, which I was also paying taxes on, pretty much from the start of earning money, because my stuff started to take off right around when I got partnered. So I hate talking about taxes though. It really, like, it's one of the few things in life that genuinely causes me stress and anxiety. But I'm not mad at anybody for bringing it up, because I continued to talk about it. But oh, I hate it. I fucking hate it so much. It's so stressful for no fucking reason. So you have beef now is what you're saying. Honey, I am the beef. Is it just me, or is Peachette giving costumey here? I fucking hate that critique on Drag Race. That and crafty, which is often used against queens of color. But like, yeah, it's a fucking costume. Any of it is a costume. The bitch is wearing a wig. What the fuck do you like, what? I hate it. Because it's really just one of those critiques that they use. It's the same as like on a makeover challenge. We're looking for family resemblance. Yeah, but you look like you just stamped your own face on her face. You didn't even really try. Like, what does that mean? They just kind of use it as a negative for people that they don't like or want to get rid of. But then if they like love that they are like a costume designer by trade, like they're like, oh, your outfits are just so, they're like so theater. It's like, make it make sense. I'm very glad I chose to draw today, because I've been kind of really wanting to be drawing, because I go through waves of like, sometimes I'll draw every day for hours and hours and hours, and then I kind of fall into a trap of like not drawing for like an entire week, and I don't like that. But sometimes I just have nothing that I want to draw. I just don't really feel like inspired really, and then other times all I want to do is draw and nothing else. I need to get better about just doodling and being okay with that. Because I sometimes feel like, I almost feel like obligated to turn every little thing into like a finished postable piece. Because like I can. It's, I have the time, and I don't know, Procreate is just so good that like I can turn a sketch into something finished. I don't have to worry about like erasing a million times and like ruining the paper. Like I would, so I might get a sketchbook and just like doodle by hand or something, just for when I want to draw and I don't feel like using my iPad. Because I don't know, I feel so much pressure to turn every little digital drawing into something glamour. I don't know. I want to draw more Katamari cousins. I have a list of characters I want to draw in Discord too. But I definitely want to draw more Katamari cousins. It's the 20th anniversary of Katamari today, I believe. Well, I think yesterday it was, technically, because it's in Japan first, but yeah, I want to draw more of the cousins. They're so funny looking. I want to do a stream where I draw Pokemon fusions too. I think that would be a fun exercise. Because I just haven't really felt like drawing anything like OCs lately. Which was like what I was mostly drawing a couple months ago. But I don't know, lately I just haven't really felt like drawing my own characters. But when I don't have anything going on, I'll just like doodle Ghosty on a piece of paper. Like I have some here that I was drawing. That's just sort of my like mindless scribble character, because even a poorly drawn Ghosty will still look like Ghosty because he's so simplistic. Yeah, Peachette is a little snatched. She's corseted. Maybe I'll draw for Mother's Day. I'll do the 6 moms and mommies and mothers. Because what else am I fucking doing on Mother's Day? Literally nothing. I don't even know when it is. Ooh, Lady D would be so fun to draw. I'm so sad that the Resident Evil Village streams are gone. I don't know if I ever want to play that game again, but I fucking loved that game. And I'm sad I didn't archive them. Because I just really was under the impression that nobody watched VODs for so long. which is just so not true. Pecha is queen. She is nothing of the sort. She's a filthy commoner. Cosplaying as a royal. Ew. The sleeves look kind of gross. They kind of look like like guys with big noses. Mr. Saturn's, yeah. Yeah, the bow is very Sailor Moon. I see that. I think that looks a little bit better. Because it was gonna drive me fucking crazy Yeah. Not for much longer. Like another 10 minutes, probably.
Malcolm, much longer?
What?
Who's Malcolm?
I said not for much longer. Baby.
Don't call me that.
Don't call me that.
And then you go to the comments underneath that, and it says, unless you want a kid.
IDK, I heard Malcolm. Mel! Have my back. Symmetry for Miss Bow here, because it's gonna drive me up the fucking wall. There we go. Okay. This will probably be where I stop for today. We did Dr. Quack and Miss Peachette. I might finish Peachette off stream and then save the next couple to do on stream. Finish the line art at least, not the color. I'll do the color for everybody at the end. No, I'm right-handed. My webcam is mirrored because otherwise it would drive me insane when I'm like on my camera trying to show something. I wouldn't know what to do. Plus, I can't look at myself. I am not looking at myself all fucking day. Not mirrored, let me tell you. I will go insane. But no, I'm right-handed. I'm right-handed. Okay, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go have a shamrock shake at my friend's apartment. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I used to be so anti St. Patrick's Day because I lived in a predominantly Irish neighborhood where everyone would just get fucking plastered, and I would have to hear drunk people stumbling home all night, and it was annoying. But now I'm kind of like pro St. Patrick's Day as an adult, because I'm trying to, now I feel an urge to be a contrarian to everybody being like, what's the big fucking deal about St. Patrick's Day? And I'm like, well, actually, let me tell you, there is no big deal. Green is fun and drinking. That's the big fucking deal. Okay, I will see you all on Tuesday at some point with something. I don't know with what or what I'm gonna do, but I will be live on Tuesday night. So I'll see you then. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Bye!